Hey, collective, welcome into the channel. So excited to be here live with you. I hope you are doing well this morning. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we are going to look at the energy around our health, our well being via the tarot astrology and any channeled messages that come through. Some Ayurvedic living tidbits as well. Let me just check the audio real quick. Okay, awesome. So things are up and running. I think we're finally in good vibes to keep moving forward with the lives. I posted just a little tidbit side note. I posted a schedule underneath the post for the live this morning. I will actually just write it out as well and put it in a post, just so you guys can see when I'm going to be uploading, etc. Because I've also been able to start doing longer formats for the zodiac. So just to keep you posted, I hope you enjoy. Yeah. And that's that. So let's get into this morning's energy. We have since moved into Gemini season. I like the energy that's awaiting us because it definitely has this vibe of getting excited about what is to come. There's a little more forward momentum in places where maybe we felt stuck or limited in the past. And, I think this time of year also encourages us to take care of ourselves all across the board. It gets a little warmer, we're more active, etc. And there's this value of feeling hopeful that whatever we have been investing in to date will pay off. Like there is going to be some good things that are happening from whatever we've been doing for self. And we're moving in, and specifically because we're moving into a full moon in Sagittarius at the end of the month. It's not for another 7, 8 days or so, a week out, but it's all about expansion. It's all about stepping up. Kind of, I feel like we've been laying the groundwork. Things are starting to build and grow. And now we're going to start getting into our groove. And in those spaces where there has been difficulty, resistance, limitation, other options are going to start unfolding, coming in that is going to start changing the dynamic up a little bit. So we'll kind of see where that energy leads us this morning. I like to start off the readings with an energy cleansing, just set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out those places we might feel blocked or limited. It's a really good time to set your own intention for the reading as well, especially if you've come in with something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It really is a great way to personalize these collective readings. I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing and wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, or if you're looking for more of a rebalancing of self, alignment of your mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. Because when we're strong, grounded in self, that's really where we're able to tap into our happiness, our abundance, our fulfillment. And I would totally love to help support that for you in whatever way possible. Definitely hit me up. All the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so we may see and understand the messages clearly. and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love. Mama Love. Ooh, sorry. Ooh. It does feel like I am feeling a little bit of a rush energy, or maybe you're like putting some extra pressure on yourself lately. Um, okay, hedge comes out, which represents potential boundaries, indecision. So I think, well, we've been getting this energy a lot of the need to make sure we are taking a step back, making sure we are processing what's going on around us. And this feels like um, you have a lot in front of you that I feel like you know can be successful, but it's going to bring up new options. It's going to bring up new pathways forward. And you're kind of seeing this, and I think in this way that you are, it's not that you're not anticipating and expecting this on some level, but I'm not sure it's giving you the results that you want, the results that actually end up manifesting out of whatever this is for you. Also create some boundaries and limitations as well. And so you're trying to bring more grounding and stability into your life. I think you're doing so with this moss agate, positivity and change. It feels really stable. It feels simple. It feels small. Like moss agate isn't necessarily the most beautiful crystal. You can find, I'm not hating on it. Please don't hear it in that way. But it definitely has this vibe of like, it's a little bit more of an earthy energy. It feels, like I said, stability, but earth is also where we find our abundance when we're able to really tap into what it actually means to engage with our life in a way where we're manifesting intentionally, right? Like we're actually putting the right energy towards the right people, the right time. It's a different vibration. It's a different level of success, of achievement. And I think that what you are carrying forward with you is a lot of wisdom. You've gained a lot of experience that is helping you to diversify. And I think this diversity isn't necessarily bad. I just think that I'm also seeing there's ramifications for things that it's just going to look different than maybe what your original goal was. You get to your goal in a different way. You receive what you want, but at the same time, it's putting different options in front of you that I think are ultimately better. Like everything's ultimately better. But at the same time, you know, there's always two sides, is what I'm hearing. It's helping. I love like the empowerment that we're getting for you this morning. Carnelian energy, leadership, creativity. It's connected to our root and sacral chakra, which is all about being grounded, stable in self, so we can birth new things into the world. And you're using that wisdom from what you've learned, not only to like purify, to release, to let go of the past, to find a little bit more harmony and balance, stability in your life, in your livelihood. But also in a way to use it as your empowerment moving forward. Roots, healthy patterns, early growth. So I think things still feel maybe a little bit limited right now. There are things that are still popping up, and this makes sense, that are going to challenge us, that are going to kind of challenge you to acknowledge where you are truly at. We all have like our ideas of where we want to be, and then the reality of what it actually is, what we can actually sustain. Excuse me, I'm gonna take a sip. And that's not good, bad, right, or wrong. It's what helps us evolve in a way that actually honors self, right? So we're not overdoing it. You might feel a little bit I don't know, like maybe it's kind of rubbing against the ego, the pride. I was going to open up this astrology page and I never got to that this morning. I apologize. Okay, what is thank you for your patience. Oh yeah. Okay, I like this. I talked about this too yesterday. The sun is positively aspected to Uranus right now. And it's good because it's helping us become a little bit more accepting of what these changes, what the difference of what we're doing might actually be, right? Like I'm not going to overexplain, sorry. And it's coming through of in this way of just looking at it from a diplomatic perspective, King of Swords energy, not putting a lot of feeling and emotion into it. I feel like that's where this cleansing and purification is coming out, because we do have to release, we do have to let go in order to invite in the new. And your stability is growing. Yes, you might just be putting down your roots right now, but that's not bad. Honor that. Like respect that part of your life where you're at and actually take time to invest in that. That is going to feel like way more heart honoring, or just I don't know, way more empowering on the other side of things. And you do have good things coming because of the action steps you're taking for self. 6 of Wands. Sometimes we do just have to invest in actually, like a lot of times we do, not in a selfish way, not in a way obviously that like hurts other people. I'm not a proponent of that. But it looks like you have a lot on the table. It looks like you have a lot of decisions to make. And I feel like you're getting a little bit more comfortable in self, whatever you have been investing in, especially as it relates to your wellness. And that can be a myriad of things, right? That can just be finding more ways to, connect with your courage and your strength and your empowerment. Or actually, incorporating practices directly in alignment with your wellness, taking better care of your body, your mind, your soul. It's beautiful here this morning. It's raining. And I always feel like that's such a like cleansing and purifying energy. You are getting met with some resistance. We've been seeing this a lot in the environment lately. 2 of Wands. But just as you're getting met with resistance, I'm hearing like you're feeling resistant as well, to whatever capacity that is. Yeah, because I'm hearing you're protecting the healing that you're doing. The star is such a beautiful energy. It's such a promising energy. And it's really showing like what you've accomplished. And I think that's being seen. I think that's not only being acknowledged within self, but I think it's also being seen around you. And I think there's a lot of power in that. And I think that's hard for certain things in your life, right? Like whether it's things that you're letting go of, that you're releasing, not giving so much weight, so much credit, so much energy to. 2 of Wands, it is this value of finding harmony between opposites, utilizing your resources, so to speak, in the best way possible, not really knowing if it's going to shake out, because there are a lot of differences. There are a lot of extremes at play. And I feel like that's where, again, you are very protective of self, as you should be. because I think it's giving us clearer understanding about like how things are shaking out, right? It's helping us, or it's helping reveal where we do need to cleanse, where we do need to purify. All right. I feel like you're being very mindful, very cautious this week, step by step, because there is resistance, and that resistance can manifest in a lot of different ways. Five of Wands, conflict. Maybe you're getting met with a lot of conflict this weekend or through the week, whether that's within self. That energy has been coming up a lot in our readings of inner conflict resolution. And, you know, it also just might be what you're dealing with as well. The resistance, the backlash that you are facing. What I like though is you're continuing to invest in this stability. And I think that that's hugely important right now for you. And I think the more stable you become, the clearer it is on what does need to be purified. It might not feel comfortable, but I also feel like the more you do this, the more you heal, the more you invest in self-love, self-care, whatever that looks like for you, again, the easier it is to see clearly. Ayurveda looks at this like the connection we have to self. And so many things in life, in the world, disconnect us from self. That's why it's hard to hear our wants, our needs. We're definitely prone to tune that stuff out. But I'm seeing the reverse for you. Now you're taking it as an opportunity to tune out what just hasn't been working, right? The Wheel and the Three of Wands. I feel like you're putting more intentional effort in a different way moving forward. Like it's like something's becoming more clear to you as you're progressing. And I think there are some things that are getting thrown in the mix that make it really hard to see clearly, like, or maybe that's intention or intentional, to like someone, something, or just even belief in self is like making it hard to see, getting thrown in the mix of like what is actually happening. But again, that's where that stability comes in hugely for you. The more you push forward. I love this. I think this is really necessary. The Three of Cups for you. It's like community. It's really in also cultivating a lot of that support that surrounds you, because that's going to help you pay less attention to whatever this conflict is. When we're surrounded by people who love and support us, it makes the difficult stuff just that much easier. We have a safe space to work from. And it looks like you are, as much as some of the conflict, the resistance you're facing is trying to get your attention, in whichever way, you're choosing to turn your attention towards other things. And I think community is really important for you right now. I think it's also bringing another level of purification, that not everyone or everything is bad and wrong, that like, you know, there are things we can find harmony and peace around when we stop judging ourselves, when we stop looking at it through the lens of untruth, and we actually see the reality, or we can be honest about the reality. That's not always an easy thing to do. But Ayurveda also says that's like one of the best things we can do for our psyche. So we're not feeling so crazy. And that's a little bit of what, not your energy, because I really do see you pushing through that. I really see you making a conscious choice and effort to not look in that direction, even though it's like things are going on all around you. Maybe, whatever. And that can manifest in a myriad of different ways. Even if you are just trying to change some diet lifestyle habits and it's like donuts galore, like something like that. I know that's a little cheesy, but that's how the energy comes off. And I feel like, again, the more like this is a healthy distraction, the 3 of Cups. That's what it reminds me of. Like it definitely comes in the form of um community. I think people are important right now, even if it's not, BFF, just like people that like are good vibes, right? People that allow you to enjoy life, keeping it simple, keeping it balanced, recognizing that, yeah, like we can work together. There are people who want to work together. And it can be challenging coming off of so much resistance and difficulty. 6 of Wands. So this energy goes from 2 of Wands to 5 of Pentacles to 6 of Wands. And okay, Page of Wands, very interesting. I'm seeing this as you like standing up for yourself, for what you've built, refusing to invest in the toxicity with the 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, using that wisdom that you've gained from your experience, making choices, I think, to protect yourself and protect what you are building. The 4s are also about how we're building our stability. It's that value of the 4 corners, right? And I feel like the more you're able to see through the chaos, the fights, the whatever, the resistance, the things that are constantly happening over and over and over again, the easier it is to pinpoint what you don't want to be a part of or what's actually just depleting your energy, right? Depleting your health, your well-being, whatever that looks like, mental, emotional, physical. And the 4 of Coins commits to that protection of self. And it's like, no BS about it, right? With this Queen of Swords. I don't know, I like love the Queen of Swords because she's not afraid to be really decisive about where she gives her energy to. And she will look at something and weigh it. Is this good for me or not? And sometimes having to make the difficult decisions. Sometimes it doesn't mean there isn't difficulty, there isn't upset. But it's also like the only way forward, because as you can see on this card, it's like, yes, it's moving in a certain direction, but eventually you're going to hit that fork in the road. And eventually decisions are going to have to be made. And I feel like, again, like this feels like an energy that you've known within self. It's just actually happening. It's actually manifesting. And so it looks a little bit different, maybe. Aging. Wait. Okay, that's so somebody. Sorry, I had to like just make sure I was seeing this correctly. This card did pop out for me earlier. So, I mean, I'm hearing this like as maturity. I'll read it first. It says, I am one with unlimited love, beyond all seeming restrictions of age. I am filled with joy, energy, and beauty, a vessel for the divine Shakti. I love that because to me, it feels like, yes, I mean, aging is equivalent to growth, but I'm also hearing maturity. That's the wisdom that you are carrying forward. It's a new layer, it's a new level of experience, of life, of understanding. And it's helping you do it a little bit better moving forward. Even if it does mean that you are letting go of certain things. You're letting go of energies that are no longer in alignment, right? That's why the path is diverging. And it's almost like it can't be helped. And maybe that's part of where this unsteadiness is coming into play. Maybe it's a little bit like you're nervous about where you'll be at or how things will look. But remembering that you do have that support. I mean, you've already been through a cycle, and that cycle has given you wisdom. It's given you better understanding. And when we approach it from that vantage point of like really tapping into, okay, I can like purify and start from a clean slate. And you've already done the groundwork, right? With that moss agate, you've already done the groundwork. And now it's all about just like bringing it into your empowerment, bringing it into being with this carnelian. And that's exactly like where you're headed. And we've had a lot of like really good energies lately. Like that's what I love about moving into Gemini season, is because it feels like it's opening the door to more potential and possibility, especially in the face. And I know I probably like just say this on repeat, so forgive me, but it's true. Like just new vibes, right? New vibes that actually feel good. And I think maybe there is a little bit of mourning, or maybe it's hard not to because of whatever this toxic pattern is that keeps playing out. Five of Wands, Eight of Vessels, Eight of Cups is a really like just not fun energy, right? Like it's just fighting because that's the habit, that's the pattern, instead of just like, you know, being adults and X, Y, and Z, whatever that is, right? And that can even just be like fighting with self and constantly giving in to certain things, you know, like that you don't really want to, or whatever, like however that plays out for you. And I like, I'm not saying that I think that that's been the pattern, and I think you've released that pattern, and I feel like you've been working really intentionally to continue to release that pattern. And I do think it shows. We also get true love, which, you know, is my favorite. I love love. Your wholeness and safety lie within, not from a partner, but this sovereignty actually leads to the deepest intimacy for you to stop using others. Let me stand on my own feet, dear Lord, and know true love. Yeah, I mean, I think that's so powerful, right? It's just that value of um being in love with self first. Sorry. Things are always going to happen in life, right? Like, but we ultimately are our own cheerleader, our own best friend. You're going to be with you your whole life through thick and thin. So it is this value of loving self first. And when we do love self first, then it actually attracts the people who love us too, right? Like the people who are actually that community that we were seeing earlier, like the people who are actually vibing with you, that want to engage in reciprocity in relationship, healthy dynamic, whatever that looks like for you, you know, or just want to support your health and well-being, right? Like who aren't like toxic and making things crazy and all that kind of stuff. But like I was saying, it does truly come from love of self first. That's why we do this, right? Like that's why we invest in self. That's why we take care of ourselves, our mind, our body, our soul, because it keeps us connected to self. Love of self is connection to self, right? And disconnection from self, according to Ayurveda, is the root cause of disease. All right, let's look. Wrap this up. I can't see, sorry. Independence. The more you learn to feed yourself on the inside and care for your inner child, the more freestanding you become. Help me feed and love this inner child. I love this. So beautiful. And it is so true. And I think that, like, exactly what I was saying in so many words. I love the butterfly because it does symbolize transformation. And to me, it just reminds me, the more that we do take care of self, if you want to call the inner child, the more we can, again, connect, the more that we um, blossom and grow and become better versions of self. And that is beauty. That is where the beauty lies for you today, for this week. It is like a discovery of self, like it is an adventure. Sorry, I know it's a little cheesy. I'm just trying to think, like I'm trying to put that beauty, that magic into words. And it is hard to do because I think so much of it is seen in the experience, wherever we're at, whatever we're doing, right? It doesn't have to be, whatever is your vibe, right? This transcends on so many different levels. It can be bringing in a new job, aligning with more money, bringing more stability into self, right? Opening up to friends, community, s- kind of heightening your spiritual awareness. There's so many different ways that we can do that. And that's why I really love Ayurveda, because it is the science of life. It is all about like whole body wellness, whole body healing. When we take care of our mind, body, and soul, that's where we transform, right? Like, and life is a lot better when we love ourselves, not in a superficial way, not in a narcissistic way. None of that here. Just in an authentic way where we can believe in self and actually be a part of life, contribute to the world, whatever we want to contribute, align with our dharma, our life purpose, whatever that is for you. And that is a beautiful thing. And I think that, like, I'm seeing a lot of maturity, I'm seeing a lot of growth, I'm seeing you step into your power more and more and more, even if it does have some bleak realities around it. It doesn't make it bad and wrong. It doesn't make it a thing that, yes, I'm a huge proponent. Grieve, honor your heart, acknowledge, do what you got to do, but also be excited about what the future is holding, because things are transitioning and you're getting stronger, you're getting better day by day, and that's definitely where your power lies. So thank you so much for your time, energy, always. I'm so excited to be here live with you. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you. I hope you found messages that resonated for you here, obviously. Thank you for your time, energy, if you did show up. And especially if you've made it this far in the reading, just know it really helps the channel. It really honors and blesses my heart as well. Definitely drop comments below. I love to connect. I love to hear what's going on, what resonates, what doesn't. I always love to hear, or even just connect, sharing a little love, little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support to the channel. No, it blesses my heart. I hope you have a fabulous Saturday, a fabulous holiday weekend. I will be going live tomorrow evening. And I'm also going to be, I think I'm going to upload the next two zodiac readings. I think it's Leo and Virgo. I think I'm going to upload that tomorrow. But to be determined. And if not, I will see you tomorrow evening. If you remember, I will post as well as a friendly reminder. Thanks so much for your time, energy. Always sending love and blessings your way. Have a fabulous day. Talk